Guten Tag, fellow travelers. This is Simon here, and welcome back to another episode of Nomad Travel Adventures. If you didn't watch my first video, you can do so by clicking on the card above. I will be continuing the journey here in Berlin, and I have a special guest. If you didn't already meet her, what's your name?
Angie, Simon's little sister.
Yeah.
The best sister.
Okay, enough of that. But anyways, so today I am going to be taking you through the rest of Berlin, and I think one of the first points that we're going to be hitting is Checkpoint Charlie. We've got a couple of other things planned for today, so stay tuned. If you haven't already done so, you can subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below. With that being said, guys, let's go and check out Checkpoint Charlie. It was our second day in Berlin, and what would be a more perfect way to start it than by going to our next destination. This tourist attraction was located near the subway and conveniently had many places to eat. So after our light brunch, we arrived at place number 6, Checkpoint Charlie. If you want to see the replica of one of the most notorious entry points between East and West Berlin, then this is the place for you. It was nicely set up to how it would have been back in the day, and there's even a guard ready to take pictures with you for a small fee. Hey guys, so we just got done with Checkpoint Charlie. There's really not that much to see. There's like this black box thing which you can go into. We're not going to go in because we don't have a lot of time. But what did you think, Angie?
I thought it was really cool. The guy at the checkpoint is in a uniform, which is really cool, and there's hats you can take pictures with, which is fun.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna head over to the Topography of Terror. They're right next to each other, so you can do them back to back. And this is more like a museum kind of thing. It's supposedly like where Hitler met with a lot of the important leaders of the Nazi Party, and I think it was where they kept like some of the prisoners as well. So let's go check some of that out. On our way, we did a little bit of window shopping, and there were a lot of antiques. It was really cool to be transported to another time when technology was less advanced and things seemed a lot more simple. Finally arriving, we headed into our next tourist point. It was a really cloudy day, which seemed like the perfect setup for what we were about to see. I got a slight chill as we entered tourist attraction number 7, Topography of Terror. At first, we explored the outside for a bit. There were captives that were questioned here by the Nazis, and it was a huge reality check to be able to be in a spot where a lot of history went down. There's even part of the original outer Berlin Wall, not the inner wall like the other tourist sites. The site is where the SS Reich main security headquarters was originally located for the Nazi regiment from 1933 to 1945. It housed famous Nazi police forces which were responsible for the deaths and captures of many Jews. The inside is like a museum in the form of historical storytelling. You will see pictures in chronological order of some of the history behind the sites and the purpose of the many law enforcement divisions. Personally, I thought it was super interesting. I was genuinely intrigued and a bit saddened at the same time. The pictures here really started getting to you as you start to realize that this is an important part of history. Overall, the way this museum was set up was really awesome, with such an easy way to follow. If you just want to spend some time and get a general feel for it, then plan for an hour and a half to 2 at most. This was easily one of my best highlights in Berlin. Okay guys, so we just got done with Topography of Terror. It was pretty sad, wasn't it? Yeah, it was just really eye-opening to see all those pictures and to see so much of the history that happened behind this actual location. But I think we're gonna go where?
To the Berlin Cathedral.
Okay, yeah, so it's getting a bit dark because it's winter, so I think we're gonna head over there and see some of that. And then I'm not sure what we'll do next after that, but stay tuned for more. So to get to our next destination, we had to take the subway, which meant we walked around for a bit. The architecture here was amazing. Everywhere I looked, something sparked my curiosity. The streets led us to one of the main train stations where we were able to hop on a subway to get to our next stop. Termini efficiency at its best. We had no trouble getting around in the subway. and pretty soon we had hit our stop. This was an area of Berlin we had not explored before. As we walked onward, the streets were full of shops and different buildings. Traffic also seemed pretty okay and not as hectic as other cities. The buildings were nicely structured with a definite shape to them, which is very typical in their overall architecture. As we turned a corner, we were coming close to our tourist attraction. Although there seemed to be a lot of construction going on around the area, we were able to easily get to the other side of the street where we encountered a beautiful sight. A lady was feeding the birds in front of tourist destination number 8, the Berlin Cathedral. It was truly a picturesque moment for me to be standing in front of the cathedral as the birds started to fly to the top. Okay, so we are right by the cathedral. Look, guys. It is so cool. We're not gonna go in, but we are headed to the Berlin Wall Memorial. What do you think, Ange?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So we're gonna catch you at the Berlin Wall Memorial. See you then. So this is probably one of my favorite parts of the whole trip, as we just walked down the street while taking in some of the surroundings. In order to get to the memorial, we had to take the subway, which was further on down. Lucky for us, because the city landscapes were really inspiring, and this area seemed to be really popular with awesome shops around. It was really refreshing to be able to see so much variety in just one place. Nothing seemed to be off limits, and you could find a variety of expressive themes throughout the city. As we kept walking, we seemed to hit a more upscale part of Berlin, surrounded by high-end shops. Seemed like shopper's paradise, but we had no time for that, because we still had one more destination on the list. Finally arriving, we were greeted by destination number 9, Berlin Wall Memorial. There were still parts of the wall left, and you could walk down to see more artwork and historical events. It was all in the open air, which meant we had trouble keeping warm, so we didn't stay for that long. Overall though, it was really informative and a neat experience to see the history behind the wall, and the best were all the stories of people and how they tried to escape the wall. I was glad that we made it in time to be able to experience this memorial. Hey guys, so we made it to the Berlin Wall Memorial. It was pretty cool, I would say. Definitely a must-see. You don't have to take a lot of time there, just because it's pretty simple. It's a small little walk, right?
Yeah, it's not too far.
Yeah, but now we are at this place, and we're about to try the infamous currywurst. Now, this is very typical in Germany. I think it's like, what is this? It's like sausage with some sort of ketchup and curry sauce. Yeah, curry powder. That's right. Okay, so let's grab this. Looks delicious. 1, 2, and 3. It's good. Tastes like ketchup a lot.
I like it. It's like not, I thought it was going to be spicy. It's not too spicy.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to finish this, guys, and then we're going to take you through a little bit more of Berlin. So yeah, just keep watching. Hey guys, so we had that currywurst and it literally got the best of us. So we called it an early night and we're back at the hostel. Basically what I showed you guys today was something you can do in Berlin for 2 days. But I think we're going to call it an early night because we have a flight to catch at 6 a.m.
We are going to check out the sauna though, and maybe hang out at the bar for a bit.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do that, but the video is going to be cut here because we do have to go to bed pretty early, and basically I just wanted to tell you guys that the only thing that I didn't really show you was Museum Island, and I feel like that's pretty important. But the last time I was here, I took 2 days to see like all the stuff that I showed you, and then on my 3rd day I took a late flight, like it was a night flight, back to Barcelona, and I just checked out some of the museums because I think there's a pass you can get to check out like all of the museums that you want, and I did like 2 or 3. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're ever here. So if you haven't already liked or subscribed to my channel, you can do that. Comment on the video, tell me what you thought about the trip. And with that being said, guys, keep tuned because I will be taking a lot more trips. Anyways, thanks again for watching. This is Nomad. I'm signing out. See ya! Like my videos? Subscribe for more.